Okay, again we have lots of information in this question. Okay, so we need to extract the information that is helpful for us within this question. Sasha carried out a survey of 60 students, so my total survey is 60. She asked them how many CDs they each have, and that information has been represented in this table. It's grouped, and we've got the frequency underneath each group. What it's asking us to do is write the interval containing the median. So the median is the important thing in this question. Now, because we're in groups, what we have to do is think about where halfway would be of our 60 students. So in order to find that, what we have to do is do our number of students. If we plus 1 and half that, so if we plus 1 and half it, we get the student that would be at halfway, and that will give us our median value. So what we need to do is go through and work out our totals as we're going until we get to where our 30.5th student, the class interval that they would fall in. So if we're going to do our cumulative frequencies, we have 8 students in the 0 to 4 category, but then in the 5 to 9 we have a further 11, which would give us a total of 19 students. We then have an extra 9 in the 10 to 14 category, so up to that point we would have 28 students, still slightly lower than our 30.5, and then we have another 14 in the 15 to 19 category. If we add that onto there, we end up with 42. So up to the end of the 19 we have 42 students. So we know that the 30.5th student is going to fall in the category of number of CDs 15 to 19. It then asks us to draw a frequency polygon to show the information. Now, a frequency polygon, the important thing is that we plot our points at the midpoint of each of these class intervals. So above these, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write down what each of the categories' midpoints are. So from 0 to 4, our midpoint is going to be 2. From 5 to 9, our midpoint is going to be 7. Our midpoint here is going to be 12. The midpoint between 15 and 19 is going to be 17, and between 20 and 24 it's going to be 22. What we now do is on our frequency polygon, we have our frequency measured on the vertical axes, on the y-axis, and we have a continuous axis to show our number of CDs on the x-axis. So we look, and our midpoint of 2 would put us there, and what we need to do is plot at 8. There's 5. It goes up to 10 there with 5 equal spaces, so we know that each square represents 1. So there's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we put our cross. And then what we do is we do that exactly the same for each of the other midpoints. So at 7 I'm going to plot 11. Then at 12 I'm going to plot 9. At 17 I'm going to plot 14. So at 17 we go up to 14, and then at 22 I'm going to plot 18. So at 22 we go up to 18, and then all we have to do to finish off that diagram is with a nice straight edge join up each of the points. Make sure in the exam you use a pencil and a ruler to join up each of the points. Sometimes what we think is because it says polygon that we have to close that polygon. We can leave it with those points just joined up.